Yes, indeed. We'll now go to Abuja, where we also hope that perhaps they could shed some light on some of those tendencies which you refer to as, having tendency to pull the country on every side. Mark?
Well, thank you, Chamberlain. I have with me in the studio Major General John Eneche, who is Director Defense Information. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's start with this incident that happened in Umuahia, the Abia state capital. We do know that the military said they were going to start Operation Python Dance in the southeastern states, and there was quite a bit of apprehension as to how this was going to pan out, considering the tension between the military and the youth, so-called Ipob militants who have been in the area agitating for a while. And it would seem that all of that came to a head yesterday. What really transpired on the part of the military and the Ipob militants?
Thank you very much. What I want to let you know is that Operation Exercise Python Dance is not new. In fact, I was part of it last year when it started Python Dance 1, when it was Egweke 1. And it's a part of the whole package to ensure that there is peace and tranquility in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And because of the successes recorded last year, that in that region, the Christmas season and the Yuletide as a whole was peaceful and the people, commended it. The army in particular deemed it necessary to have another one this year.
How many states, first of all, did it cover last year?
Well, it covered the whole Anambra, Imo, Ebonyi. In short, all the states under 82 division. Yeah. Right to, you have, I've mentioned Abia, Anambra, Imo. In short, all the Igbo states, if I would use that for short. It covered the whole of that area.
The whole of the southeast
of the southeast area. So what happened is that, you see, the troops were just on their normal operation, patrolling. And some chaps, if I will use that, who were later identified to be Ipob members, came to, block the road and said they shouldn't pass. How? And they denied them access. And it was peaceful, and they started throwing stones at them. Missiles. When I mean missiles, stones and things that are hard objects, to the extent of, injuring a soldier on his head, and then they passed out by one lady. And that was what happened. And of course, it did not even escalate to what they pasted on the internet. When they positioned, they went and photoshopped a picture of people that were in a range-like position, and then firing against Ipob flags. It is rather unfortunate.
We've seen also the police statement. The police statement claims that that there was it says the military claims that they were going out to test their armored personnel carrier, which was recently repaired, and that while they were going, they were confronted by Ipob militants. It doesn't seem to be tallying with what the military is saying.
That is a police statement, and that is why I am now telling you that I have the information. I was contacted directly, and I was in touch with them, and that is what is the situation. When things like this happen, people can come out with various things. I'm not saying that the police did not give you, a version of what they understood or what they were giving, but I'm now telling you that what happened is that it is a normal, like you referred me to Operation Python Dance, exercise Python Dance, it's a normal routine exercise. And of course, nobody will just sit down and then, look at, carry out your normal exercise, which was the normal exercise of Python Dance. And that was what happened. So it was not like specifically we are testing armor personnel carrier or whatever. We didn't just acquire armor personnel carriers. We have it and we have been using them.
Well, one would have, when the military is going about its duties, you would also find that maybe it's collaborating with the police in that area, because ideally the police have primary responsibility, the military have secondary responsibility. Shouldn't there be some collaboration?
No, this is not a specific internal security operation in the real sense of it. It's not an operation to back up the police. This is a normal exercise which was, announced. The public was made to be aware. The chief of training and operations if I will be specific, Major General Didi Amadu came out last week and announced that the operation was going to be conducted and gave the timeline.
Welcome back. We do apologize for that break in transmission. Just before we went to break, we were speaking with Major General John Eneche, who is the Director of Defense Information, and we were talking about Operation Python Dance, which is currently ongoing in the southeast, and which has resulted in a clash between soldiers and members of Ipob. Now, General, let me quickly read out the statement from the police. They say today, that was I think yesterday when they released this statement, about 17:30 hours, there was a clash between the military, who claimed they were test driving their repaired APC, and members of the Ipob at Afara, the community where the Ipob leader resides. During the clash, a policeman was given a machete cut on his head and back. One of the soldiers on the military APC attached to FOB Umuahia was injured in his left wrist, and one Mrs. Grace Wankweku of Umobase, Isama Afara, Umuahia local, Umuahia, also had a machete cut on the head. All the victims were taken to the police clinic, Umuahia, for treatment. Now, it looks like they took this statement from their own policeman who was injured during the test drive of the APC.
You could be right. Why I say so, you could be right, because this statement I have, if I was allowed to come in with my system here, I would have shown you from my public relations officer, direct, the situation report. It does not rhyme with what you are telling me. So, but let us put it together. When you put the two together, all that is true is that there was, an exercise in that area. There was a movement in that area, and this happened, but it has been brought under control. And it was an unprovoked movement that we took on, and we were on our normal exercise, and that is the truth that it's out of this now. So, of course, as time goes by, probably before the close of today, we will now be able to, get
reconcile
the truth. Well, if you want to reconcile, but for me and for us, we don't tell lies, and that's what I've told you.
We will take a break and explore further what could be causing this disparity in the different statements that we're seeing on this matter. That will be in just a moment. Please stay with us.